Good morning. It is Sunday, June 4th. Is it June 4th? It's Sunday, June 4th. It's about 8:06 in the morning. I don't normally get up and exercise on Sunday. Sunday I usually, take off from exercising, but I've taken off the entire week from exercising and also taken off the entire week of my diet. Or my way of eating, so I'm getting back on it today. I just got back from a conference that I went to this week in New Orleans, and wow, the food down there was just incredible. I ate a bunch of it. I ate a bunch of stuff that I never should have eaten. I drank a bunch of beer. I've had more beer in the last week than I've had in the last year, probably. Oh my God. And it's just one of those things. You go to a conference and, they've got all the good stuff hanging out, and it's hard to say no. And I didn't say no. I said yes to basically everything that was right in front of me. So I'm getting back on it today. I didn't go running. Now, the conference was in New Orleans, so I didn't really want to. I mean, it was pretty sketchy. It wasn't like in right downtown New Orleans. So I didn't want to get up and go running in the mornings. There were a bunch of undesirable looking people hanging about. My wife went with me, so she went out for a day or so and had to really watch herself. So I mean, it was pretty sketchy. So I didn't really want to get up and go running by myself. I didn't have any kind of weapon or anything. I didn't take my firearm with me down there, so I didn't do any exercising while I was out there. I could have run on the hotel treadmill. Sure, I could have done that, but I didn't. I basically came up with every excuse that I could to just sleep in every day and not go downstairs until I had to be at my conference. So, back on it today. So I'm not doing any kind of challenges or anything, really. I take that back. There's a girl that's got a YouTube channel. It's called 5 Minute Body, and she's doing like a June kind of thing that I'm following along a little bit and doing like this, doing a reset. But I'm basically just going back to beef, bacon, butter, and eggs and exercising 6 days a week. So today I'm going hiking. I'm not going to run. I don't know that I'm quite ready to get back into all that yet. But I'm going on a hike. It's probably 3 or 4 miles. It'll take me an hour to do it, and then head back to the house. So even though I haven't really exercised any over the last week, and even though I've eaten more, I'm not even going to get into what I ate because it was just all bad. I did eat a bunch of meat, sure, but there was a bunch of crap in there that I never should have eaten. So because of that, I am going exercising today. But it's really strange because I got up this morning, I had a couple of beers last night, just capped the week off. I love my beer. I capped the week off with a couple of beers. And I got up this morning and, throughout this whole week, all the junk that I've been eating and everything, and I understand that a lot of people won't have this similar experience, I don't feel heavier. I don't really feel like I've gained much weight. I don't feel like I'm extremely bloated, and it's really strange. I don't know if it's because I'm coming off of doing beef, bacon, butter, and eggs in April and for most of May. I don't have any idea if that has anything to do with it or not, but the bloating, it's just not there. Now, tonight, if I continue to eat a whole bunch of junk and put a couple of beers on top of it, then I would be pretty bloated. And I was last night, but, I woke up this morning and, man, I can't really explain it. I don't know why. Like any other time, if I went on a week-long bender like this, I would be out to here, but I'm not. It's just insane. So
in 10 miles, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto South Cumberland Street South.
Sorry about that. I've got the GPS on, getting me to the state park where I'm going to do some hiking. So anyway, it's really strange that I'm not any larger than I am right now. I fully anticipate that I will be tonight, even though I'm not gonna eat or drink anything today that I don't need to, and that's fine. But it's just insane. So anyway, I'm grateful for that. But I am getting back onto, strict carnivore, and I feel like, okay, so I've been doing this for a little over a year now, almost 13 months. I haven't gotten on the scale in about a month. I don't know what my weight is right now. If I had to guess, I'd say I'm probably right around 200, maybe 201. It may be a pound or two more than that. It might be a pound or two less than that. I'm not sure. But when I started out, I don't remember what my weight was. I'm down about 12, 13 pounds over this last year. And, for the amount of times that I've cheated on this diet, which had been it's not a small amount. It's not a huge amount either, but it's, it's been more than a couple of times. I'm grateful to be where I'm at as far as the weight loss goes. I still have a goal to get down to 185. I fully believe that I can do that. But I think I'm past the point of doing challenges. Like everything before now used to just have to be a challenge. Okay, so I have to challenge myself. If I tell myself that I have to do this challenge and it's got to be for the entire month, and I'm going to stick with it and I'm going to do it. And I knew May was not going to be, cheat free. We had a wedding to go to in Georgia that we went to a couple of weeks ago. It was really cool. I ate a couple of pieces of cake and I had a couple of beers, and that was really about it. And then I went to this conference, and I knew it was going to be hard to stay strict carnivore on this, and it would have been. And so I just decided not to. But getting back onto it right now, I don't any longer feel like I have to set a challenge for myself. This is just the way that I live right now. And yes, I've cheated over the last week or so. I cheated a couple of weeks ago. The rest of the time, I'm a carnivore, and that's just what I do, and this is just, how I live until I decide not to. So I don't feel like I have to really do a challenge anymore, and it's incredibly liberating. Not even that long ago, I was talking about how, I feel like there has to be a challenge or else I'm not going to be able to do it. And I don't feel like that anymore. I just, I decided that I was going to start today, and, some of the worst advice, some of the best advice that I've ever heard is to never start anything on a Monday. And I don't even remember the reasoning for that, but it sounded like it made a lot of sense to me at the time, so I was like, okay. So today's the day, Sunday, June 4th. And so I don't have any reservations about it. I don't feel like, since I'm not doing some kind of challenge, that I'm not going to be able to stick with it. I fully believe I'm going to stick with it. Because this is just what I do when there aren't circumstances that either could prevent me from being a carnivore or just make me not want to try so hard. I don't know. I could have stayed carnivore this last week. There's all kinds of excuses to why I didn't, but the main reason is I just didn't want it to be that hard on me. And so I didn't. And I had some good times, having a couple of beers with some people that I work with, and some people that I didn't know, and some people that I got to know a little bit, who work for my company. So, I don't regret it at all. I could have done better, sure. And, there are all kinds of carnivores out there who never cheat, and they just don't, and hats off to them. I'm not going to be one of those people. 95% of my life is going to be spent doing carnivore, but there's going to be times when I don't. And look, it's not that I don't understand that, you pay for it, because I do pay for it. Oh my gosh, my stomach was so... my stomach wasn't messed up all week, but it was kind of messed up all week. It was... I was incredibly gassy, and before I started doing carnivore, and anybody would be able to tell you this who knows me halfway well, I was a pretty gassy person. I'm not really that gassy anymore when I'm on carnivore, But this week, wow, yeah. I mean, especially at the end of the day, I've put all that crap into my body, and just pretty gross. So anyway, so I do pay for it when I cheat, but it's not anything that I can't live with. But I do know that I can get right back on it, which is what I'm doing today, and I don't feel like I'm going to be tempted to continue eating the way that I've been eating for this last week. And that's a great place to be. That's a non-scale victory, and non-scale victories are huge. I probably put on a couple of pounds this last week. I haven't hit the scale yet, and I will at some point. I don't know when. But the main focus is to get back into the routine. It's to get back into, getting past any cravings that I might have going forward. And I don't doubt for 1 minute that there's going to be some cravings. I don't doubt that for 1 minute. Getting past that, getting back into just being a carnivore again. And it's going to take a few days. It may take a week or so. The bloating that I am experiencing, it might take 2 weeks for that to go. It might take 3 weeks for that to go down. It's taken that long before. But so now the main goal is to not get hung up on my weight. The main goal is to just get back into it. And I figured that getting out today, getting a little fresh air, getting out into the woods, getting some exercise is going to be a strong way to do that. I've already had a cup of coffee, and I brought some water, and so today the detoxing begins. And in all honesty, I've really been looking forward to it because I haven't been feeling very well at all over the last couple of days, and I mean very well at all. I mean, like I said, my stomach's been kind of jacked up. I've been sore, like in the mornings, that when I get up out of bed, it's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's kind of hard to move. All day yesterday, I had this gas bubble trapped up under my right rib cage. I don't know where that came from. It had to be from the beer, probably, that I've had, and just hurt all day long. I couldn't get rid of it. I don't know that I've ever had that happen to me before, where I had a gas bubble trapped up under my ribs like that. So yeah, I haven't felt great. I've been looking forward to getting back on the carnivore. I can't imagine going back to eating like that all the time and feeling like that all the time. And the thing is, people get used to it. People get used to feeling like crap all the time. Well, I've gotten used to feeling great all the time and having energy and not having sore joints and all the other stuff that comes with all that inflammation. I've felt really, really good for a long time, and I got used to that. And so over the last couple of days, not feeling like that, not a good feeling at all. Not a very good feeling at all. Yep, I brought it on myself, and now it's time to come out on the other side of it. So anyway, that's it. I've got about 2.8 miles until I get to the state park where I'm going, so I'm going to wrap this up. But there's going to be some more posting going on. I do like posting a lot more, and I haven't been around a whole lot. My wife did get to go with me to the conference this last week, so I got to spend some good time with her. I didn't really think about much of anything other than the conference and spending some time with my wife, so no posting. And sometimes I just don't really have a whole lot to talk about. My life is incredibly boring, okay? So I go to work and I come home and that's it. We don't really do a whole lot. We do, some stuff every once in a while with my wife's family, and then once in a while with my family, but for the most part, we don't really do anything. So I don't get on here a whole lot and talk about the ground beef that I eat or the 10 strips of bacon that I ate with my 6 eggs at lunch. But I am still around. I'm still, kicking it. I'm, back on carnivore now. So it does make me feel better and hold me a little bit more accountable when I post more. So I'll be doing that. So yeah, that's about it. So, 2.1 miles, and then I'm there. So I'm out of here. I'm wrapping it up. I hope everybody's doing great out there. It's Sunday, June 4th. Oh, I want to wish my wife a very, very happy birthday. Her birthday was on the 2nd. this past Friday when we came home from New Orleans. I'm not going to mention her age, but it's close to mine, so you can probably figure it out. I'm 50. So, happy birthday to my wife. I love you, honey. And I hope everybody has a great Sunday today. I'm about to put in a couple of miles in the woods and start this week off right. So, everybody have a great one, and we'll catch you later.